Good afternoon. We've been listening all from morning until now, all the manufacturers. Now it's time to listen what we want from you. Okay, NFT is, we are specialized in tower crane, operating from Dubai and Abu Dhabi in the Middle East, but we are covering 32 countries in the world. Far East and Middle East, plus India, and some of the country maybe soon will be in Europe also. Okay, because we believe in our business model. We bring the investment that we plan to do, and this is one of the reasons why we present you the business model that we have, and hope to encourage people to do the same for rental and start investing for crane business. I have 40 years in the crane business. I'm not so old, okay, but I start early. Okay, and all my life I spend in tower cranes. So people, some of our colleagues, they know what we have done in the Middle East, and you will be surprised that we start from zero crane at 25 years, and today we have almost 1,000 crane in the fleet. And the fleet starts from 500 kilogram a tip and up to maximum capacity of 64 tons. So it's not a piece of joke. It's a business model, and you have, we can reply and answer any inquiry, any tower crane in any country. This is one of the mega projects that we have done in 2009, where everybody was in recession. Okay, and we have on one job site 250 crane. Among of this, we have 150 from our company, and that the place was everybody, all the brand. I mean, were there, and the photo what you have seen, it's yellow but different brand sometimes, and this during the recession everywhere. When we talk about recession, that no business. We have done 150 crane job in one job site. The job site, by the way, it's a Princess Noura University, women university in Saudi Arabia in Riyadh, and most of the crane, it's 300 meter ton and above. The duration was 14 months for this job. So why we are strong in the Middle East? Because we've been there from day one, before everybody. We create the rental business in that area, and we start from small self-erecting crane, hammerhead, then topless, and we jump to laughing jeep. So if we want to talk about the history of crane rental in the Middle East, 25 years back, there was a market only for few cranes, only from Europe, of course, no Chinese crane at that time, okay? And the real crane rental start in 1995, where we have 20 crane only. So, and then suddenly we had inquiry from everybody, because they don't want to invest in buying crane. So what the idea that we were looking for a company to buy and invest. We could not find in Dubai, in Saudi, we could not find anyone who is ready to invest in tower crane. We are a tower crane agent. We suppose not to do any rental, but we could not find anybody who can rent a crane. So what we have decided, we jump into rental business We create our rental fleet. Today, we are the biggest, not only in the Middle East, in the world. We are, I cannot say number one of the major player in tower crane rental. So 2000, 2004, it was a good business. Then we had people coming from Europe, from the local market, and the crane jumped from 200 to 400 crane. And in 2006, of course, we have some graph. I will show you later on what is the. So we have the boom start in Dubai, and people, they call Dubai the city of tower crane because it was a forest of tower crane. Everywhere you can see, from the airport up to your hotel, you can see tower crane. So we enjoy the good times at that time. The rental rate, just to reply your question, we were talking about 3% from the value of the crane, which was good. This is why we enjoy the good time before anybody, and a reason why we keep investing in tower crane. We keep buying tower crane. So you have seen the model of 2009, the Princess Noura. Okay, this is okay. We have put a crane on that job site, a rental, and we believe we are still in recession, but we have some sign of recovery, especially between Saudi and Emirates, and adding Qatar, because there are some few mega projects coming to the area. Okay, and we believe in second quarter in 2014, the business will start again. So this is what I want to show you. We start from 1990, 20 crane. We jump up to 1,000 crane, then back to 500, and again, I believe in 2014 will be 700 crane rental business. So what is the key behind to have the success in crane rental? Of course, everybody believes on the know-how and the lifting solution, so we are expert in this. And offering a recent or brand new crane, I don't believe that a crane 25 years can be used anymore in any country, because in Far East, the limitation is 15 years. In Middle East, the new regulation coming, you cannot put any crane older than 15 years. So even in Iran, if you want to talk the example of Iran, you cannot bring any more second-hand crane to that country. So I believe the life of tower crane should be same as we have decided before, that 15 years is more than enough, and after 15 years, the crane should be scrapped. So we believe in full all-in package turnkey job, that we supply a mobile crane to erect the crane, with operators to operate the crane, generator to supply to power to the crane, plus maintenance and services. Unfortunately, in the Middle East, all the job sites are working 24 hours, 7 days a week. So as a manufacturer, it's a place for testing your equipment. Okay, so this is the market. I know that in Europe you are working 8 or 10 hours, 5 days or 6 days maximum, but in our area it's totally different. Of course, I'm talking about the positive side in rental, and later on I will show you the negative side, negative point on the tower crane rental. So everybody wants a safe crane, reliable, plus anti-collision system, and flexible payment or financing. So this is the advantage of NFT, what we can supply. We are flexible in all of this. So being an agent of a crane, so we can supply, guarantee the full support, the technical support. It's not only we rent a crane, it's everything. We do everything. So when we say flexible payment or finance, we are capable to do some financing. And in my cases, we have made a self-financing for a job site, the Princess Noura, for a customer for 4 years payment. We said, okay, it's a rental, but you can own the machine at the end of, after 4 years. And look at this business model. We are a banker. We are giving the crane. We are helping the job site to buy the crane and keep the crane, rather return back the crane after 4 years. So we have two models of crane rental. We have short-term rental, self-erecting. Sometimes we rent it per week, 2 weeks. For some shopping mall, they need to install glasses or they want to install steel structure on top. Okay, on Dubai, it's a place for shopping. Then a lot of shopping mall. So we rented self-erecting crane on top of the roof for even 2 weeks. So we have crane for short duration and long duration. So I want to show you the video, but we don't have time. So this is part of our stock, what we have. Today we have almost, as we said, the rental fleet is 1,000 crane. And what you have seen here, it's peanuts compared to what we have in the yard. We have 4 depots in Emirates, 2 yards in Saudi Arabia, plus in other country we have. We don't like to keep crane on the ground. We like to keep crane on the job site, but sometimes you have a gap between job to job. Then this is why we have stock. In Middle East, nobody is working with the planning. So you have to be ready for surprise. You sleep overnight, the next day you have an order for 35 crane. What you do? We call the manufacturer, none of them is able to answer. What you do? We have to keep stock and big stock on the ground, just waiting for the orders. And we succeed in getting the best price because of this stock. So the rental division, we have to all the way what we have seen. And here I want to show you what is how we divide our rental fleet. So 75% of the cranes are saddle and trolley jeep crane. So few percent of self-erecting crane, because we are talking about big high-rise tower crane. So in Dubai, 238 meter for New York was nothing, because we have project 800, 500, 600 coming, and most of the project more than 300 meters. Okay, and the reason why we need some laughing jeep, and it's coming. I believe in the new business will be flat top and laughing jeep. This is why everybody is moved to this direction between flat top and laughing jeep. So let's talk about country. So this is 700 crane between 2005 and 2007. You have major country like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, Oman, Bahrain, Jordan, Lebanon. So we divide the country like this, and this tabulation will help you in terms of the size and number of cranes. So small crane between self-erecting and top slewing, but a really small crane. I mean, mainly for small contractors and small building. And then 50 to 100 meter ton, we have some, but the market remained the same like everywhere, between 200 and 300 ton, where we have see the big number of crane. And what is nice in the big crane between 500 to 1100 ton meter, that we are the only company who can provide this type of crane because we have invested too much in the big crane. 2008, 2009 was okay for in Europe or USA. They were talking about recession, but in Middle East, we were in the middle of boom, okay, and we reached up to 1,000 crane rental business. Between, again, Saudi and UAE was the market for tower crane. 2010, 2012, down to 500 crane. Why? Because what else to be built in Dubai or in the Middle East? Infrastructure, you've been in Dubai, you have seen they have the best infrastructure in the world. Hotel, plenty, 752 5-star hotel in Dubai. What else to be built? Okay, so now they move to some specific project like canal and opera house, and there are a lot of things to do. So by end of this month, we will know if UAE will award this Expo 2020, and in this case, we will have again some kind of boom, maybe short boom or long boom, I don't know, but activity will come back again to the area. So 2013, we are again in 500 unit rental, same country, activities remain the same. And this graph will show you the comparative rental fleet over the years in different countries of the Middle East. Today, I've been asked only to speak about Middle East. This is why I don't raise any information about rental activities out of the Middle East. So prospect, we all believe in prospect, and we hope that to see a recovery, especially if Qatar will start these activities of World Cup. So we'll have again some construction project, a mega project, and it's coming. So Saudi Arabia, the metro project is there. In Emirates, Expo 2020, plus some other project. So the prospect for 2014 is good. This is the prospect where we believe that the business will come in 2014. If you see that Saudi Arabia remain the top. So 50% of the crane will remain in Saudi Arabia. 2020 between Qatar and Emirates, and the rest of the Middle East countries, 10%. We have seen the good point in doing rental in the Middle East, but I want to share with you the inconvenience and the disadvantage to be in the Middle East. So it's a huge investment. Today we have close to 60% of the fleet on the ground. Why? Because we said we are waiting the project, we are waiting, and we have to be ready for the next boom in the area. So we have no objection. I mean, we have to live with this and hope to get and answer the inquiry next year. So today, in general, and some of our colleagues in this room that they are doing rental business in the Middle East, they know that very well that there is a bad incomes from the rental business. Why? We are down less than 1% per month. It's really, if someone gets financing, so he cannot pay the financing even. That will not cover the financing cost. So talking about depreciation will not cover the depreciation. How survive? We really make a lot of money in the past. We enjoy the good business, and this is why we are in better shape from previous year and to invest and pay the bad years. Short rental duration, today, tell me, in Europe, do you have any project like 2 months? Do you rent 300 meter ton for 2 months? I don't think so, but we do it because we want to keep as maximum as possible crane outside. Again, in the Middle East, what we say, people are using 24 hours a crane, 7 days a week for the same price. They don't pay 3 shifts or 2 shifts. Okay, so they are using the crane life, what you call it, and also the service, but this is the negative point to be in the Middle East, including, by the way, including holidays. So they are using the crane, including holidays. Unskilled operator supplied by the site. We suffer from operator because we have a lot of low-class operators, because operator can be really a tower crane operator in 3 days training, that's all. Okay, we all against this, but what to do? This is the regulation in that area. So we signed contract with the customer for 20 months. After 6 months, he said, I don't want the crane, take it back. Okay, what about the contract? Why we signed the contract? But okay, this is the negative point. Again, he will pay only for 6 months. So ownership of the crane, which is important, because being a rental company, we rent the crane, we are the owner. But to prove the ownership, you need registration. Like mobile crane or car, you register the crane or the car in Ministry of Transport or Ministry of, I don't know. Here, tower crane, what do you have? Mass section, serial number, it's a plate. You can change the plate, you can move it from one crane to the others. So no ownership. And the principle in the Middle East, the ownership is who has the crane. If we supply the crane to a job site, he will be automatically the owner. And imagine we are working with a contractor working as a, he has a subcontractor working with another client, and this, how to prove the ownership, this is the risky of business, and we have several cases finish in bad way. Deduction in case of breakdown and damage of ropes. So ropes, we are in charge of ropes. I don't know. I'm working in Far East. I'm working in everywhere. So ropes, it's not part of the rental deal. So, but in the Middle East, no, it's part of the rental deal. You have to pay for it. Deduction in case if the crane, they are using 24 hours the crane, 7 days a week, including holidays, and in case if 1 hour breakdown, we have to pay for this. They deduct from the monthly charge. So bad surprise and of rule and regulation. Every day we have recently some cases that you cannot, I mean, we cannot get any more visa for our employee. You know, we believe on competitive price because sometimes you have 100 employees, sometimes you need 300, including operator, but you cannot keep everybody under your sponsorship. So today, the regulation, no, you have to keep everybody. The medical card jumped from 20 Saudi Riyal per person to 1,000 per person per year. So regulation, bad surprise. And we have a new important issue that we send in crane from Emirates to Saudi. We pay taxes. We send it back from Saudi to Qatar, we pay another taxes. And today in Qatar, they need a lot of scrap because the factory in Qatar is not producing any steel. And they don't have any import for scrap. So what you do, any tower crane enter to the market in Qatar, you cannot take it out of Qatar. So 2010, we rented a project in Bouygues. Today we cannot take it because they call it scrap. 2010. of course, no regular business nor demand, because you sleep, the next day you have, I need 25 cranes. Do you have this? We must say yes. Bad weather, humid climate damage the crane if idle. Because, you know, if you keep the crane, even if you are not using, the weather, humidity, damage the crane. So this is why, I mean, even if the crane is not working, it costs us a lot of money. So I want to show you some of the special project on rental. This project, it's in Turkey. It's not in the, okay, we call it Middle East, okay. We invest money on this project. We have, they are building a new third bridge in Turkey, Istanbul, between Europe and Asia. So 6 cranes are working on the job site, going to 320 meters height. So our team is on the site, and we have a partner company from Singapore. We are doing this project together. So we start the job in May this year, and look what here. Every day, the crane, the building is going 3 meters. Every crane, we consider that 3 meters. So this is why we have 3 teams working day and night on job site to finish this in 3 months' time, the 320 meter. And we are talking about big cranes between 32 ton and 45 ton capacity. This project is in Abu Dhabi. ADNOC is the oil company in Abu Dhabi. It's the headquarters, so we have, again, invest on 3 luffers. Okay, all internal climbing. The project is 380 meters, so 25 ton lifting capacity. We supply everything on this job site. We supply the hoist, internal hoist. We call it floor climbing hoist. And we supply the tower cranes. This project is KFD King Abdullah Financial District in Saudi Arabia, Riyadh. We have 30 towers with 200 to 300 meter height. This is the project in Riyadh. It was in the middle of the project. Today, we have a better photos because we reach almost 200, 220 meter high. Thank you very much.